Hello, I'm up late tonight, and I'm reviewing a movie. Or two, I think, in this video. I've honestly forgot how many I decided on. Let me count again in my head. Two movies that are different I'm reviewing in this video. And that's the original Hellboy movie starring Ron Perlman as Hellboy, and X-Men Dark Phoenix, the last Fox X-Men movie made by Fox Studios. I give both movies a solid 8 out of 10. They weren't bad, but they could have been better. For the brand, what's the movies, was what they gave me, I thought. My biggest problem with that Ron Perlman Hellboy movie, well, he's kind of not really the main focus. He's kind of a side character in his movie. And instead, we gotta focus on whiny shithead who's trying to steal Hellboy's girlfriend because he just wants to get out of because he doesn't want the job that his father, Hellboy's father, human father, gave to him. And the job base is to look over Hellboy's shoulder and mentor him. Basically, something like that. It's just, and I guess that's the job, but it is kind of shitty. Like, it's kind of vaguely explained, I thought, for me. Standards of explaining things. They could have explained it better. And I would have liked Hellboy to have been the main focus of his movie. Instead, we got this whiny shithead who I'm going to call him the Shia LaBeouf before Shia LaBeouf was a thing, and everyone hated him because nobody wanted to see him. They wanted to see Optimus Prime kicking ass over Shia LaBeouf reacting to stuff of the Transformers movie. That's when everyone seems to find him annoying, and who can say that? I can't blame them. So that's what this guy is, basically, in a nutshell. And that's the main character of the movie. The main protagonist isn't Hellboy even. Yeah, I know, shocking, huh? You would think with a title called Hellboy, you would think that the main character would be Hellboy, or he would do something that would justify his existence to be in this movie, other than it looks cool. And the problem is this, and as cool as Hellboy is, he's not in a lot of the movie. He's not in as much screen time as they would like him to be. And it's sad because Ron Perlman feels like he's born to play this role, this version of Hellboy. I don't know. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I have never read a single fucking Hellboy comic in my life. I know nothing about the Hellboy lore comic. But I gotta admit, he is a cool character. And this was my introduction to Hellboy. But still, I wasn't a big fan of this movie because I wanted Hellboy to be, well, more of a main focus, or at least, and not a side character in the plot of the movie. But that all changed in Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. But I'm going to save that review for another video. Because now, I'm reviewing Hellboy. And that's why I give Hellboy an 8 out of 10. And I review X-Men Dark Phoenix now. And I'm giving this an 8 out of 10 because I thought the ending was fucking stupid. So let me get this straight. Like, Professor Xavier decides to change his name, the name of the school, in order to honor Jean Grey, or secret, or one of some things, and I don't remember. They changed the name of the school. Why? Don't remember. I felt like I forgot something of the movie. Why did they change the name of the school, Charles Xavier School for the Gifted, to something else that I can't remember? Don't remember why they did that. I just thought that was dumb. And another problem I had with this movie, it kind of destroys all your expectation that X-Men Apocalypse was kind of building towards. You know, the X-Men finally wearing their comic book costumes. But no, we can't get that shit. We can't get them wearing the iconic costumes from the comics. We don't get to see Fox do a version of that, like they kind of teased at in the end of X-Men Apocalypse, when they were arranged for just doing a training session with the new X-Men suits, uniforms that are meant to represent their classic comic book counterpart design costumes. And it's pretty cool. It takes like a Fox-like approach to make it more realistic look. Yeah, it was pretty cool from when I saw Cyclops look cool, Mystique look cool, everyone looked cool, and Mystique, and stood out. And cool, and wearing cool uniforms that were different, that represents the cons, but it kind of looks similar to what Hugh Jackman looks like in Deadpool and Wolverine costume looks like design. The X-Men Apocalypse. It's the X-Men Apocalypse. What I loved about X-Men Apocalypse, about the end of X-Men Apocalypse, is that during the training session, they're all wearing a version of the comic book classic costume, but was a more of a Fox design, realistic approach to it, to make it look not as to make it look more like to give it more of that Fox movie magic, I guess. But it's meant to, but like you can tell where taking inspiration of scoring is like it looks like they want to take inspiration from more of the classic X-Men comics, with like making X-Men look like the X-Men that we know and love from the 90s cartoon and from the comics. Is what we're more familiar, more familiar with X-Men tradition look like, and that's the most biggest known version of the X-Men, what they look like from those versions of the X-Men. For the X-Men is the most one, to my knowledge, is something that's something that looks similar to what Cyclops was wearing at the end of X-Men Apocalypse. It's similar to what all the X-Men wear in the comics. It's like a similar cool design that's unique. And each X-Men has a unique design at the end of Apocalypse. And I was so hyped for Dark Phoenix, actually, before it came out, because how Apocalypse ended. And then when I saw the trailer, they're not even wearing the costumes that they promised and teased at and hinted at in the end of X-Men Apocalypse. I was a little skeptical. And then after the end of seeing the movie, I'm still more skeptical. Because why can't we get a certain version of the comic counterpart costumes for the X-Men costumes? That's what everyone wanted. That's what I wanted. And but instead they didn't want to do the classic costumes. They wanted to take the designs from the Jonathan Hickman's run of the X-Men called New X-Men, I believe it's called. That run is called New X-Men something, I believe. I think it was like Jonathan Hickman's run did that run with the X-Men, and the costumes they wear in here are matching uniform costumes, and they are black and yellow. This was my first introduction to the costumes. And I didn't know about the comic that these costumes or designs originated from until after I saw the movie. But thanks to YouTube. Probably YouTube I found out. And I'm just going to say it. I'm not a really big fan of the X-Men wearing matching costumes. I don't like this matching costume idea. Look, I guess I wouldn't mind if one of them dressed like that, but if all of them dressed like that, it's not working for me. They don't have they have matching costumes again. I was like, okay, I hate the matching leather costumes because I couldn't stand the fact why all the X-Men don't dress unique. They dress the same. They all wear the same tights. It doesn't make sense. That's not how it is in the comics. They wear different, unique costume tights and different matching for the uniforms. I don't like them wearing matching uniforms. Each X-Men member should not have a matching uniform. That they shouldn't all have the same exact identical uniform. That's not X-Men enough. Or that's not really or unique. It's kind of forgettable. And overstays are welcome for people was that. And I got sick of it with when there was the matching leather uniforms, black leather uniforms with the Singers run. And when they finally start to get better with Last Stand, gradually got better with First Class. First Class was a better design of X-Men costumes. In fact, I think First Class is probably has my favorite. What I liked about First Class is First Class has my favorite X-Men on-screen costumes for the X-Men. X-Men First Class. Wanna know why? Because even though they're wearing matching colors, they're all wearing similar colors of the matching uniforms. I will say, I don't know, the color isn't as muted as it is in X-Men Dark Phoenix on the costumes, the color on the costumes. Or maybe that's the Bryan Singer's is my favorite X-Men costume run. I don't know which is my favorite X-Men costume. Look, the all kind of are not right for X-Men, okay? But if I had to say which is the X-Men costume, I'm just going to say Bryan Singer's original X-Men design. Somewhere, I don't know. Don't ask me. I couldn't answer that. So, and so for some reason, Jean Grey is alive at the end. For some reason, this one just thinks she exploded or something. I don't know. I had to make out what went on in the final fight, what was going on, because it kind of cut away to the final fight. And we just, next thing you know, boom, explosion in the air. Doesn't make sense. I don't know. I at least enjoyed these cast of colorful characters in the movie in X-Men Dark Phoenix. The cast of characters on the X-Men and off the team. And, yeah, so I guess, this movie, I didn't think this movie was terrible. I just didn't think it was the greatest X-Men movie, or one of the greatest X-Men movies I wanted to see. And never came out as it didn't came out as good as it could have been, I think. It was just a bit of a train wreck of a movie in the end. X-Men Dark Phoenix. But I enjoy the heck out of it still, with these characters. Even though the ending doesn't make a fuck lick of sense to me. Like, why change the name of the school? Why is what's going on? I don't know. It's... trying better not to think about it. The less you think about, the more you can enjoy this movie. My advice is, it's definitely better than Avengers Endgame, that's for sure. Because what I will say, the Avengers Endgame, what doesn't work for me is it just makes the characters all boring and flat. And, I notice I'm getting distracted. The point is, I like this movie enough to give it 8 out of 10 of X-Men Dark Phoenix. I give it 8 out of 10. I like this movie enough. Give it recommended. Both of these movies. X-Men Dark Phoenix and the other movie I reviewed in this video. I'm having trouble remembering because I'm focusing on finishing this video more, so now. Okay. Goodbye, and subscribe, hit the bell, then hit the subscribe button. Okay? Hit the thumbs up if you like this content. Check out my other videos if you want to, when you get the time. Goodbye.